Okay. Hi everybody. This short video is to help you write a persuasive cover letter to tell your future employers why you are the right person for the job. Now, really, the first thing to remember is that this is not a lettre de motivation. In English, the company wants to know what you can do for them and a lot less about what they can do for you. How should you organize your letter? Well, above all, for the United States, it needs to be brief. For the UK, you can say a little bit more, but nobody wants to read a long letter. Application letters are generally about 4 paragraphs long, and we normally organize them like this. Paragraph 1 is who you are and what you want. So we often begin by saying what we're doing and what we want from the employer. Okay, so I'm a 4th year electronics student and I'm looking for a 1-year internship in and then the field that you're looking for. Then we go on to say how this internship might fit into our career goals. You know, but don't make it sound too much like you're making use of them. So you might say, you know, you have acquired a certain theoretical and practical laboratory experience, and you would now like to use and extend your knowledge and skills in industry, for example. The last thing in the paragraph 1 is when you're available, and you give clear dates about when you're available and when you have to return to CPE. This is extremely important as American companies in particular in the past have been very unhappy when our students want to leave at the end of their internships. Okay, the second paragraph is just how useful you can be to them based on what you've learned through your studies and your relevant work experience. So you would talk about things like your theoretical knowledge and practical skills, things that you've learned here at CPE. You know, what your strong points are academically and your main areas of interest. You can talk about relevant practical experience, you know, or any transferable skills that you might have gained either through paid or unpaid work. Now, a transferable skill is something that you've learned in one place and can use elsewhere. You know, and things like management skills acquired through Synergy, for example, you know, the junior enterprise at CPE, are very interesting for your employers. You can also quote what people have said about you. Don't hesitate to do this. My supervisor at Syngenta said, and then exactly what he said about you. You can use an appraisal sheet from a supervisor or a testimonial to support what you say. Okay, you can't say simply I'm well organized and make efficient use of time. You need to say my supervisor at EDF said, okay? You always need proof. And remember that the teachers at CPE are willing to translate testimonials if necessary. Don't forget to include any academic achievements, you know, prizes and things like that. That always looks good. You know, I came first in organic chemistry or optics or whatever it is. Moving on to the third paragraph, here it's more personal strong points, okay? So this is more about you yourself. You give concrete evidence from summer jobs or clubs and societies about your personal qualities, things that would make you a valuable employer. Stress any positions of responsibility that you've held, maybe in an association. Talk about teamwork, talk about creativity, problem-solving skills, and communication. Okay, now you'll note on the slide I've included a section about the student union, okay? That's very British English, the student union. Students' Association or the Student Board in America, okay? Don't use the word union in the US, it sounds very communist. Then we move on to the final paragraph. That's very simple, okay? I've even done an example for you because this one nobody really reads, yeah? Please find my CV enclosed or my resume enclosed for the United States, and do not hesitate to contact me if I can provide you with further information. Thank you for considering my application. I look forward to hearing from you. You know, it's like that bit at the end of a letter in French, je vous prie, blah, 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 blah. Nobody reads that, okay? So we don't mind if you just copy that bit. But all the other sections of your letter need to be about you. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh, and I forgot, starting and finishing a letter. Don't forget that if you know their name, you need to use it. Yeah? Dear Mr. Jones, dear Ms. Smith, please use Ms. if you don't know if a woman is married or not. Yeah? However, if they've got a doctorate, you know, then you'll use dear Dr. Green, or maybe it's even a professor, dear Professor White. If you don't know their name, you begin with dear sir or madam, in that order, sir first or madam. To finish a letter in the United Kingdom, if you know their name, you put yours sincerely. And if you don't know it, you finish with yours faithfully. The Americans are much less complicated, and they finish all letters just with sincerely. Okay, you need to adapt this letter to fit the exact job that you're applying for. And you really need to paragraph correctly, okay? You can't change lines inside a paragraph. You really don't want to have a letter which looks like a mess, okay? And if you change lines inside the paragraph, for us it looks very messy. Okay, thank you.